Hello gang, welcome back to our guide series in the Long Dark. My name is Lonelywolf and this is the episode on the user interface. Of course every game has a user interface. How do you do anything? But if you look at my screen right now, do you even see anything besides the game? Yep, that's right. The Long Dark utilizes an interface that's completely minimal to provide a greater sense of immersion to the game. And this can be confusing sometimes to brand new players, but it's very simple to pick right up. Just press tab. And as soon as you press tab, you can just tap it once, and it holds the UI elements for a minute before fading out, or you can press and hold to see them. So we'll go over this initial screen real quick for you guys. So as you can see, we have in the bottom left-hand corner, that is our condition. Think of it as your health points, hit points, what have you, that you normally have in any other type of game. When that reaches 0, you're dead. The Long Dark is a permadeath game, so when you die, your save is erased. Now, they've got 4 items in the middle of your screen that's important to keep tabs of. These are your status or needs icons. When any of these reaches 0, they'll start draining your condition. Obviously, the first one, and most important one, in my mind, is temperature. If you are freezing, you will die the fastest. It takes about 20 to 22% condition per hour, in-game hour that is, not real-life hour, off of your condition meter. So you want to stay warm, and you can do that by building fires, staying indoors, getting better clothes, plethora of ways. But anyway, that's your first need. Your second need is fatigue. As you can see, when I walk, it drains faster. When I stop walking, it drains slower. That drains all throughout the day, and you gain that by sleeping. There's strenuous activities, there's not so strenuous activities, whatever. You can safely go on little sleep for a long time, but note that it does affect your carry capacity, so it's important to keep well rested. Next one in line is your thirst. You need to make water to keep that up, or find water or soda in the wild. Lying around in crates, containers, etc. in the game world. You need to keep your hydration up. Just like a normal survivor would in a real life scenario, you need to stay hydrated. That will also kill you relatively quickly, though you can keep yourself dehydrated for about 3 days total, give or take, before you succumb to death. On the far right, you have your hunger, and you can abuse that one as willy-nilly as you like. You can starve yourself all day long and then eat just enough to last you through the night and sleep, and regain your lost condition throughout the day as you sleep. Do keep in mind though that doing that you will eventually fatigue yourself, and your fatigue will drain faster and not get as full. It has all sorts of negative effects, but you can do it for a short time. Up in the upper right hand corner of the user interface, we have our time clock. And no, this isn't for punching in and out of work. Very simple to understand. It's got a horizon line, a sun, and a moon. They rotate around as the day goes on, and obviously signify what time of day it probably is outside, although they're a little bit off. They're not exactly centered. The sun to actually be up, you need it to be up where it is on the time clock now. Now, there's a quick way to access a lot of things in the game, and that is through the Radial Menu. Now, of course, this guide is for PC. I'm not positive what the keybinds or commands are on a controller for either PS4 or Xbox, but for PC, press the spacebar and you bring up your Radial Menu. We have a lot of options here, and we'll cover them all. So the first one is your light sources. This allows you to see what light sources you have in your inventory. We got matches, and we got a flare, and you can select them straight from here. We've got food, self-explanatory, weapons, dropping a decoy. What this does is if you have meat, cooked or fresh, or even ruined, or guts on you, it will drop that. And on every difficulty mode, custom, and stock modes above Pilgrim, where wolves are a threat, this will drop a decoy which will attract wolves, so you can drop a decoy and run from a wolf. We'll discuss that in a different episode though. You've got navigation where you can make maps. Obviously, I haven't made any map, but here's the world map. You can make maps. Yeah, we'll cover that later on as well. You've got campcraft, access to your fire, passing time sleeping, making a snow shelter. We got our first aid where you can access your first aid items and apply them. You can drink water from here or soda if you have it in your inventory. Very simple. And you can just press space and go to status. You can also press F to get to the screen as well. And from here you have access to your entire inventory screen. This is your clothing subscreen. This is where you apply and take off your clothing, the different layers, As you can see, I now have a moose-hide satchel I can equip in my accessory slot, which increases my total carrying capacity by 11 pounds. So you have different slots of things you can fit in your clothing. You have your jackets, you have your underlayer or sweaters, your mittens, all this pretty self-explanatory. You can apply and take off things, and you can harvest or repair items from here. You have your generalized backpack. You can view all your items, sort them, apply or drop items, and sort them by the type of item they are, be it fire starting, first aid, clothing, food, tools, and materials. You also have your crafting menu over here. Everything you can craft right here, you can craft out in the wilderness at any location. Anything under this icon must be crafted at a crafting table, and everything on this needs to be crafted at a forge. There are 2 forges in the game world, and to remain spoiler free, I'm not going to tell you where they are, but they're pretty easy to find, and you pretty much only need to utilize these if you want to make bow materials or if you're on interloper and tools don't exist. You have your journal over here, which lists how many days you've survived, where you've been. You have your skills right here. Skills are very important in the game. We'll also discuss them later on. We're just giving a rundown of the UI. You've got your collections of things you found. You can write general notes, and you have your status for the specific run and all-time statuses for every difficulty stock experience modes that exist. Sadly, custom sandboxes aren't included here. And finally, we have our map, which I don't have any made of, just like we saw from the original bit. Now, see if I can't get you guys to see this. If you get into a position, I don't know if it's gonna be able to find one, but I'm gonna try my best here. See if I can find out where it is. But anyway, when you're sheltered from the wind, whichever direction the wind may be blowing from, you can get sheltered by hiding around tall objects such as trees, etc. However, I'm not seeing the sign. Anyway, a little shield icon will pop up in the... Oh, there it is, right there, in the middle top of your screen. And that signifies that you are sheltered from the wind. Wind chill isn't a factor in this game, important to keep track of. You can also be smelly. I'm just going to make myself smelly real quick so you guys can see what that's like. I'm just going to take a little bit of meat real quick, take it with the knife. When you are smelly, you will attract wolves to you, which can be dangerous, and I'm obviously not smelly enough, or else smell doesn't apply in Pilgrim mode. I'm not positive, because wildlife's not attracted to you in Pilgrim. Oh, there we go. And you get the scent icon. Scent does apply to you even if a bar's not filled up if you're carrying meat of any kind, although it's got very limited range. But once you start filling bars up, you'll start to attract wolves from further away. So that's something to keep track of. And of course, you also have your pause menu via escape, where you can go back to the game, view your badges, options, or quit back to the main menu. That is our UI rundown. Very quick, very succinct. I hope it helped you guys. For all you new players out there who have never dabbled with the game and want to understand where everything's located, it's a quick rundown of the UI without going into depth on the different subsystems of the game that it involves. So I hope that really does help you guys. If you're looking for more advanced things, just stay around the playlist. New videos are coming out always for it, or being updated to fit the changing game as it updates. So I hope you guys will stick around, consider giving a like or subscribe. It really does help me out. I know you hear every YouTuber say that, and I really try not to plug for that kind of stuff very often because I know you hear it everywhere, and it's just kind of a shameless plug, but I'm going to do it here. So anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm rambling too much. I will catch you guys in the next episode. Stay safe, and most importantly, stay warm out there.